Hello everybody, it is Reaper Games back with your second favorite series on the channel. If you're new to the channel, in this video series we go over DBD TikToks and their comment sections. TikTok for some reason has the most entitled community when it comes to DBD, and I'm here today to prove that claim. Up first, we have a viewer submitted video where he plays Houndmaster with survivors that get a little too confident. So much so that it makes you question if they're trolling or not. I think we all had these games where some survivors are so damn desperate to get a flashlight save. When survivors do this, is it to get a TikTok clip or just stupidity? Either way, this is a massive skill issue clearly from the survivors. You'll never guess what happens next.
Just saying one hit is it, you don't gotta go. Oh look y'all trying to save? Let me now down all for a little bit of decency isn't gonna kill you, but I play killer and I do it and I don't lose, so I really do not see why downing all helps. That's just boring and lame.
Don't get mad at the killer for it if 3 survivors are desperate for a save.
So they should let their team get hooked.
First off, I don't know if you guys experience this if you use TikTok, but I promise you majority of the people on the app do not know how to spell lose. They'll always spell loose. What the fuck? It honestly drives me up a fucking wall. Anyways, back on topic. We have yet another self-proclaimed killer main that plays super fair and every survivor loves them. This is a common theme with this series that never gets old. That's sarcasm.
I play killer, and when I see a survivor, I do a 180, stare at the wall, and suck my thumb. All killers need to do this or they're toxic.
I swear, this is like a survivor psyop. I'm losing my damn mind. No, I won't convert to entitled survivor logic. You can't make me. This commenter's logic, as always, is super flawed. Apparently, it's not okay for a killer, let me say that again, killer to slug survivors that clearly want to get a save, but it's okay for survivors to get that save. Rules for thee and not for me. It will forever boggle my mind that some survivors want the killer to have decency in a game about killing survivors. My advice is to truly get better at the game. We shouldn't normalize coddling every single player we see because they want a good time.
1, they were too greedy. 2, you could have just looked at the wall to pick up.
Free pressure bruh.
Okay. LOL, didn't say anything was wrong with it.
Here's another type of survivor main I've experienced. They'll say something that's slightly in your favor, but then say something negative about what you did as a killer. In my case, I've gotten this comment.
5, you all played horribly. They played better, but you all still played awful.
Even when you're a killer doing nothing but your objective, and it's clear survivors are at fault for their mistakes, it's still the killer's fault. Why is it expected for a killer to mindlessly ignore the other survivors trying to save? When you say, I didn't say anything was wrong with it, you definitely allude to slugging as an issue in this instance. Why even bring up that the killer should have picked up if you didn't see it as an issue?
If you down someone, you put them on the hook before anything else. If there's someone else with a flashlight, then you dodge that flashlight. You don't slug, that's just proving you can't play properly.
Looks like someone knows their survivor handbook. Bravo! I'm actually impressed how entitled this person is. It's so funny to me people say killers are unskilled for situations like what's in this TikTok because it makes me wonder if we're seeing the same clip. How does your brain think, yep, this killer is clearly trash, when seeing 3 survivors get absolutely throttled because of how greedy they were? How do you guys not see this as a skill issue on the survivor side? Like, ever. Moving on, we have a TikTok of a killer that's speaking nothing but facts. Of course, the comments were filled with the most entitled and brain-rotted opinions on the platform, and I mean it. You guys ready for the brain rot? Don't worry, I'll help you through it.
I got something more for you. Fuck.
They just be making excuse to tunnel nowadays.
Can't even be altruistic anymore.
Can't even kill anymore.
You can kill, just don't tunnel. It's an easy concept to grasp.
I'm going to be 100% real with you guys. I don't need an excuse to tunnel. I'm going to do it either way. I'm literally him, motherfucker. I've expressed this opinion many times, but why is it expected of killers to hook one by one? I mean, I obviously know the answer. It's because entitled survivors just want to win, but let's be smart here. What if you, as a survivor, were put in a scenario where you and your team were cranking out gens and you get to the final two? Now let's say the killer only has 2 hooks and he isn't doing so hot while you are on a gen that's 80% done. Are you going to stop finishing that gen because you're doing your objective too fast? Unless if you want to farm 99% of the time, you're going to stick to that gen. Why? Because you're doing your objective. Tunneling is the equivalent to that scenario. Again, I'll ask, why is it when a survivor does their objective fast and efficiently, it's all good, but when a killer does,
send that motherfucker to hell!
These comments are just the tip of the iceberg, and we have a bunch more.
Killer complains about the team playing like a team. Survivors complain about the killer actually killing. Based DBD.
Killers being mad for survivors being altruistic and actually playing in a team.
I'm not mad at it, I'm a serve main.
I don't understand what this weird outlook on DBD TikTok is. If you make an opposing opinion on a specific side, you're seen as mad? The creator of this video clearly isn't mad and is telling people if you're going to body block to potentially get more time added to a chase, he will just give you what you want and focus on you. In another TikTok brain rot video, I showed another creator doing this same exact thing, and people kept coping hard about how the game was designed for survivors to body block, but somehow the game wasn't designed for killers to kill. This is the same shit, but different toilet.
If you help your teammates in a game where you're meant to help your team, you will get tunneled.
Tunneling someone out for doing something that is literally encouraged by the game itself is crazy.
Sorry, but if you play the game how you are supposed to, I will be tunneling you.
I guess some survivors collectively turn off their brains when they have to think about what the other side's objective is. It's not like the role has the word literally describing exactly what said role does. I wonder what the killer role in DBD does. It couldn't mean kill, right?
Nah, I think it means have a nice tea party while I teabag you and make you feel bad at exit gate.
That makes sense. Just because you guys want to help your teammates doesn't give you a get out of jail free card. The killer has every right to tunnel if you do something as stupid as body block right off a hook.
What's next? Breathing.
Yes.
God damn, sometimes I hate the DBD community. Some of you really need to get a grip and realize that this is a PvP game. Player versus player. No one, no matter what side, is going to cater to you. If you want to win easy games, go play with bots in a custom lobby. Also, if we're gonna play this game of, this is how the game is literally designed to be played, run DS and stop fucking crying. For our last TikTok, it's a quick one, but in my opinion, it's the pinnacle of entitlement. So much so that it can be applied to both sides. Before we dive in, there's no comments since when I first downloaded the TikTok, it had none, and it would seem this person removed the video. I'm going to block out the names like usual, but who knows if they change their minds on this terrible opinion.
I will keep saying this until they change it. They need to stop doing DC penalties. Because I literally just had a doctor slug everybody. Well, not everybody, but just play like an absolute knob. And I'm like, I don't want to play with this guy. So I left. And then look, what the fuck, dude? Come on. Like, people don't, what if they don't have a lot of time to game? They just want some good games, and then that happens, and they're like, okay, let's DC it, let's try again. No, they can't. They gotta wait. So, come on, behavior. Come on, listen to us. Some more.
My absolute favorite part about this TikTok is the fact that she was honest about the doctor she went up against and that he wasn't actually slugging. We will never know what went down that game, but it's funny to me she stopped herself mid-sentence because she realized whatever she was about to say wasn't true. I actually commend her on that. While I do agree with the fact that people have normal lives with jobs, wanting to have a good time while playing DBD, it isn't always going to happen. In all honesty, I hate coming home from work after a long day to deal with cocky flashlight squads that are super coordinated. The thing is, I know what I'm getting into with DBD. As I said previously, it's a PvP game where anything can happen. Again, if you want a good time, every time, play another game or play with bots. By the looks of the TikTok, this person has a habit of DCing since the timer is over a minute. Now look, I understand that you're not forced to play a game, and that's fine, but making a video crying about how the DC penalty should be abolished is outright nutty. I feel like DCing in general in DBD's current state is an issue, but imagine if it was gone entirely. The killer role, in my opinion, would be evaporated. As you've seen by this video alone, a ton of the survivor community in DBD is super entitled. There's people that will literally quit a game for the stupidest reasons. What killer you chose, what add-ons you have, what perks you run, what map you'll get, if another survivor says something snarky before the game, if they mistime a perk. The list goes on and on. Like I've said, it's okay if you don't want to play a certain match, but when it gets to a point where you consistently do so and want the DC penalty to be gone, that's an issue. At that point, you're not playing the game. Well, that's all I can take for this one. I hope you all enjoyed and are having a great day. I'm trying to hit 7K subscribers before the end of the year, and I know we can do it. If you like me and this video, please do me a favor and click that subscribe button. It takes a literal second and it's free. If you find yourself liking me even more than just subscribing, consider becoming a member. Links to memberships, my Discord where you can submit TikToks for these videos, my hub channel, and my partnership with W Energy are down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.